Hey, all you viewers to be named later, how are we doing today? I know. Seriously, we are taking a look at one of the strangest items I have ever brought to the channel. But I figured it's my channel. I want to have a little bit of fun. So as you know by that thumbnail you clicked on, that's right. Today, we are going to take a look at an iconic championship belt from World Wrestling Entertainment's history. Yes, the Steve Austin Smoking Skull Championship belt. Look at this thing. Now, it's not like one of the really, really cheap ones that you buy, you know, inside like a Walmart. But, yeah, even there it's got, I know it's not lit too well, but that's your official little WWE Authentic merchandise. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a hologram with a little tracking number right there that you can log on to their web store and you can go, hey, I need a certificate of authenticity. It's not the real belt, it is a replica championship that's just made to incredible specifications. But okay, we're going to put this guy, well, heck with it. Let's try to do this old school, right? Alright, now, I'm going to give you a bit of information about this belt, and then we're going to get into some other little fun stuff. This belt is iconic. The biggest reason why, it is the first belt ever not sanctioned for purchase or whatever by the McMahon family. Now, when they go through and they do their championship belts, they have their stuff, they put everything on there, it's all WWE, all WWE Hawk, all WWE way back in the day. You guys have seen those belts and you know. They're pretty plain, they're pretty eh. The biggest change I ever saw in the history of my life watching wrestling, and I started back in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, was when the Hawk belt came in. You know, that one that was really, really popular in the Attitude Era until personalized belts came about. One of the biggest things I thought was cool about the old WCW, on their championship belts, they had a little nameplate that they would unscrew and screw the new guy's name on the belt. So that way, basically, it was really simple. Didn't have to make new other belts, just little nameplate. So, this belt was paid for and basically commissioned by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, the way I understand this, during that first classic stunner on Mr. McMahon, the Hawk belt jabbed Steve in his neck, and he was pissed. So when he got back in the locker room, the Road Warriors, you know, Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal, one of the most iconic tag teams in just wrestling history, next to the Dudley Boys. Sorry, I'm a Team 3D fan. I cut my teeth on LOD, but the Dudley Boys, man. They basically told Steve, hey, you're so much of a badass, you should have your own signature belt. So that got it in his head. Now, Joe Marshall, better known as J-Mar, created two belts for Steve. You have the one that we all know, the gold belt, and then Steve kept a silver belt that looked exactly like this. So I thought that was really, really cool that Steve got his stuff. We got one of the most legendary, iconic things that we ever saw. I remember when he walked out with that, the glass crashing and everything, I looked at that belt and went, dude. Sorry, Mr. Taff, I know. Gimmick infringement, but dude, instantly I was glued right on that screen. Now, I will admit, I was not a Steve Austin fan in the beginning when he came in with the Ringmaster and he turned all badass and everything else. It took until that iconic WrestleMania match with Bret Hart, I believe it was WrestleMania, where Steve passed out from blood loss. Then I went, wow, they've got something here. And I thought that was cool. Now, I went over to shop.wwe.com and I got, you know, the stats and all the fun stuff for this guy. Now, the front plate here is stainless steel, and the two side plates are zinc alloy. They say the strap is polyurethane, but it has that, you know, that weird leatherish kind of finish, like pleather it feels like. It doesn't feel chemically and all off the whatever. Now, the dimensions on this thing are 51.97 inches by 9.84 by 0.02. Largest waist size is 48 inches, which makes me happy. I haven't worn it yet around my waist, but I kind of plan to one night to freak out the better half. You know, just, the champ is here! And yeah, well, there goes wife cardio forever, but it may be worth it. This comes in at a bigger weight of about 5.51 pounds. And trust me, when you pick it up, you feel it. It's like, the closest thing I can equate to it is carrying a 2-liter bottle of soda. Those are about 5 pounds. And carrying that right up here. You know, you feel it, you feel the weight, you know it's there. Now, they do have the snap fasteners on the back, which I thought was great. Yeah, I left a little plastic protective coating. Now, they did include a cloth carrying bag. What I thought was funny is when it showed up, it was in this massively huge box. And I went, oh, crap. This is going to be a pain in the butt. So when I opened it up, that's exactly what I saw. So yeah, it came basically in there. Easy transport. It's going to help prevent scratching, abrasions, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, well, as you see, it does get poked around an awful lot sitting around the place. Now, the dimensions on the big old main plate here are about 11.46 by 9.19. The very first side plates are 4.35 by 3.05, and the second side plate is 3.94 by 2.76, and all the plate thicknesses are about 5 millimeters. And oh yeah, I'm sorry, for my friends across the pond, 5.51 pounds equals about 2,500 grams. Now, we're going to get to the part that I'm glad the better half is gone. The kids can't hear this, because this is going to get me in trouble. If you go on shopwwe.com, it's $399.99, basically $400. But they have something called Clamma. Now, for those of you in the beard community, you're used to Sezzle. It's pretty much the same thing, just a different company. You can break it down into 4 payments, interest-free, of $99. On Amazon, where I bought it back in May, it was, hold on, $327.46, but currently today, July 21st, 2021, it's $289.99. I know, it's still expensive for something that it's going to sit around on a shelf somewhere, or if you're stupid like me, or wife cardio, you're going to walk in the room with it around your waist going, the champ is here! But yeah, so this one's been reviewed on Amazon 18 times, and I got a 5 out of 5 star rating. And the part that I found funny was, I bought this on Amazon, but I'm still buying from the WWE. It was like WWE authentic merchandise, something like that, selling. It came right out of Stamford. Well, I should say, it didn't come from Stamford, but it came from New England. The belt shipped out of there. So you know you're pretty dang close. But now, there's all that fun stuff. Now, here's the best part of the video for me. I love this thing. I seriously do. When I saw it, thank you, stimulus checks. Yes, I bought something stupid. You know, I made fun of people for buying dumb things, but I saw this and I went, how many times am I going to be able to get my hands on it and not put my family in any kind of financial trouble just to have something sitting around that I can look at and remember fondly the Monday Night Wars? Because when you heard that glass break, you knew something was about to happen. But with all that being said, I want to know your questions, comments, love, hatred, and anger, and this should be a fun one. It really, really should. You know, I've been a wrestling fan most of my life, but I'd like to know your guys' thoughts. You know, would you ever buy one? Do you have one? Do you have championship belts? I bought a replica FTW belt that I thought looked really freaking cool and really awesome until I saw that. And the FTW belt has been kind of just sitting around like, no. It's okay, Chris. You might pick me up one day. I'm like, yeah, but not today. I do like the fake snakeskin on the inside, though. It just completed everything with the look. And you got to thank Steve Austin, because you've got The Rock, who had the Rock belt. You had John Cena with his little spinner. You know, you had Edge with the Rated R Superstar. You had people who created so many more championship belts after, because Steve Austin was the first. But like I said, would you own one? Do you have one? Would you ever think of owning one? I can't wait to see these comments down below, because I know they're going to be absolutely hilarious. You know, or maybe they're not. I don't know. We'll see how this goes, right? But still, for you first-time viewers on my channel, I just want to say, hey, thanks so much for viewing this video. Yes, you found a very, very weird one. I've been putting this review off for a little bit, but it was time. It was beyond time, Daddy, to bring it to the channel. You know, like, how can we put it? A Copenhagen dipping, coupon clipping, son of a plumber should, Daddy. Barbado Joe, that was for you, brother. But yeah, so like I said, thanks so much for, viewing this one. I know it's really, really weird, but hey, hopefully you enjoyed it. If not, it's okay. Thanks for that time you gave me today. Now, for you first-time viewers and you long-time viewers who have yet to subscribe, well, let me ask you why not. What can I do to earn your subscription? Please leave me a comment right down below and let me know what I can do. You never know how your comment may change the course of the history of my channel. Now, after you've done all that fun stuff, take a look right down there in that corner. No, it's that corner, sorry. That corner. Yeah, that corner. You should see a big channel symbol popping up. Go ahead, click on that thing. It should bring you right to subscribe. Now, after you've knocked that out, there's a little bell icon that's sitting right next to it. Please go ahead and click on that too. Why? Great question. Because it's going to let YouTube notify you every single time this channel uploads a brand new video. Now, speaking of those videos that we love so much on YouTube, too, should be popping up somewhere over here. Those are going to be videos that YouTube is going to select from my current catalog that they feel is going to be a great viewing experience for you. But there we go, guys. My really brief look at the Stone Cold Steve Austin Smoking Skull Championship belt. You know, that would be the point where I might go, and that's the bottom line, because TCT BNL said so. But no, I'm a little bit better than that. I just want to say thanks so much for watching this. I hope all of you are being safe. I hope all of you are having a great day, and I'll see all of you in our next video.